What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. My name is Jay, and you're watching Clouded Reactions. So today we're going to be listening to track 10 off of the Carolus Rex album titled Long Live the King. And we're almost there. It's just two more songs after this, and we finally finished the first Sabaton album. Now, not their first album, but my first album of, experiencing Sabaton themselves. And it's been amazing, man. I think I enjoyed doing this because it's kind of like watching a TV show, especially from watching like the history part of it. I don't get that satisfaction from watching the History Channel anymore because they have all these dumb programmings that don't really have to do with history. They have like trinkets of history, but not really history itself. And I haven't had that. There's no TV show or anything like that I can look forward to watching like every week. Except for this, I really do enjoy watching the history part and deciphering the meaning behind the song. I'm really enjoying this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm enjoying it. It was just something I decided doing in my spare time, and I'm just really glad I decided to do it. So, judging by the title, Long Live the King, I'm assuming, Carolus dies, and they're going to introduce the new king, because Long Live the King is kind of like, I think it's a reference to the successor of the king. When the old king dies, they're saying Long Live the new king. So, maybe this new king is going to be, who knows, maybe do like one final battle. We already know it's not going to have anything to do with the Carolingians, so maybe it's just the Swede conscripts, and who knows, maybe they just do one final battle, and they fight in the name of Carolus Rex, and maybe they get defeated. But yeah, I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too. Remember to like the video. If you don't want to subscribe, I totally understand, but if you like the video, it really helps my channel grow. It helps me actually more than subscribing, so just keep that in mind if you want to do me a solid. But shut up, Jay. Let's just hop right on in. Definitely a lot slower than the past two songs. We reacted to Killing Ground and Poltava back to back, and those two tracks were like really fast paced and tempo. This one's more of a slow. I think when last time I said this, it kind of reminded me of the Bismarck, and of course the song A Lifetime of War, where the beat is more slowed down. So I think those two tracks were. It stirred like a more deeper emotion, more like a storytelling type of feeling. So I'm guessing that's what this is gonna do, unless they're just going all out. I don't know. Maybe they just switch it up, but there's only one way to find out, right?
Dreams are seldom shattered by a bullet in the dark. Rulers come and rulers go. Will our kingdom fall apart? Who shall we now turn to when our leaders lost their hearts? Lives are lost, but at what cost will the grand dream fall apart? Killed by his own or by his foes, turn the tide. 300 years, still no one knows. The secret remains.
What? Are they talking about Carolus Rex? Are we talking about yet another historical figure that was possibly killed by his own men? Why is this happening so many times, man? That happened to Napoleon. I think it's a theory. I don't know if they know how he died for sure. And I think same thing with Julius Caesar, but Julius Caesar, we kind of know what happened to him for sure. Like Julius Caesar was a historical leader. He led like 2 campaigns into Britain successfully. The first time that was ever done in like Roman history. And I mean, he kind of declared himself as a dictator. So that last year was kind of iffy. and he was stabbed by 40 Senate members. So that's crazy. So is this like another type of? They said 300 years later, and no one knows. The mystery remains. So what? So are they just like kind of like guessing that could have happened, or do they have some kind of like not proof, but some reason to believe that he might have been crossed by his own men? And who would? Why would they? Man. You know, I don't know why the music kind of reminds me of Iron Man's, you know that theme, Iron Man, it's that same guitar note. But they said that did the soldiers die in vain? Because will the dream be shattered? Something about, they lost their lives, but at what cost? Because the dream might be shattered. So they're saying like, all of this happened kind of for no reason. Like all those soldiers died because the dream is possibly lost. So, like, at what cost? For what? You know? Those, you know? Man. I gotta back it up. No.
Back to Sweden, where we put him in a chest. Years of war and agony. Now the king can finally rest. What will be uncovered from this cold November night? Fredrik's home. What happened there? Will it ever come to light? Killed by his own or by his foe. Turn the tide. 300 years, still no one knows. The secret remains. Broken breeze so grand. Sing of his final stand. Lonely Carolus brought by soldiers' hand. Back to the fatherland. Lonely Carolus race.
No, we gotta stop it right there because I want to listen to the solo and really pay attention to it. But I just want to say real quick, that line where they said, years of war and agony, now the king can finally rest. Oh, just saying it again. Got me emotional for like a quick second because just think of what they're saying. Years of war and agony. You know, like you guys said, this is like one of the bloodiest moments in Europe. And I'm not sure how old he was. I think somebody said he was 18 when the Great Northern War had started. And, you know, back to back, he was just doing all this crazy stuff, you know, expanding and, you know, war. He's just like, he reminds me of Hannibal because they're kind of saying how he ate with the troops. He fought alongside with the troops at the front lines. He wasn't like way in the back hiding like a coward, you know, just letting the men do all the work, like his soldiers do all the work. So when they said, you know, now he can finally rest, like finally he can breathe easily, but unfortunately he's not breathing. He finally found rest in death, and that hit me. That stirred my eyes. That was emotional. I like that. I really like that line.
For the runner, for the glory, for the men that fought and bled. A soldier from Sweden remembers the dead. Broken breeze so grand, sing of his final stand. Lonely Carolus brought by soldiers' hand. Back to the fatherland. Lonely Carolus broken dreams so grand, sing of his final stand. Lonely Carolus brought by soldiers' hand. Back to the fatherland. Carolus Rex.
Oh. booty. That was the rest of it. That was all. Man, that would went by quick. That felt like it was only like a minute or two. That did not seem like a long song at all. So, if somebody can tell me what's the reasoning, is there any like, not proof that happened, that maybe his man shot him? I guess I could probably see why, because just like Napoleon stuff, people they get, and they're just explaining the last song too, how the men are tired, they're exhausted, and they went up against this Russian army and were defeated. I think maybe the troops were just tired of war. Eventually, that does happen. And the king always has ambition, but the soldiers, not so much. They do all this fighting. They want to, just like, what's his name? Man, why do I want to say Troy? Hold on, I might skip because it's going to take me a minute to think of this. Oh my God, why can't I think of his name? What's his name? Alexander the Great. Jesus Christ, why did that take so long to remember? Alexander the Great was also supposedly killed by his own men because his troops, the soldiers, were tired of war. They just wanted to settle, go back home. It said in the other song too how, he didn't wait for reinforcements, he didn't wait for the supplies. So maybe that the men were seeing that. I think though that army that he had, I think that army was obliterated. But maybe, I don't know. It didn't say how he died. If it was possibly by his men or like it kind of. So the last song he survived. Then this one they're saying, either his men killed him or obviously the enemy. But was it like during battle that or was it like was he like assassinated in the middle of the night and they don't know if it was like the enemy or if it was his own men? Like, I don't know. Definitely got to listen to the history behind this. I need to hear some reasoning as to why they would think that it was his own man, which I can understand. Like I said, years of war, people remember the kings and their ambition. They don't remember the soldiers, so they don't really care as much as the leaders who are actually. And I don't think Carolus was doing it just to so he can be remembered. He was trying to expand the empire, but the soldiers I don't know. Let's listen to the Swedish version. I don't know what they can clear up, but let's see if they can clear anything up. Then we'll listen to the history behind this.
Stod för dörren denna kalla vinternatt. Bragd om livet stod det skrivet när hans öde han ifatt. Vem skall oss nu leda i en tid som runnit ut? Mist vår kung, vår sorg är tung när hans styre tagit slut.
The dream turned into sand. Man, that's crazy. Everything he envisioned, everything that he was doing, it all ended as soon as he died. Because the troops were already dead, for the most part. But I'm just trying to figure out how he died. Is this was he because they said that he had escaped with 100 of his troops. So I wonder if his little army with him, they got into a skirmish with someone else. They said in the dark, though. A shot in the dark. So maybe there's an assassination plot, but no one really knows, because maybe the killer wasn't found. They just found him dead, maybe. They heard the shot. They ran to him. He was dead. They couldn't find the culprit, so they don't know if it was their own men or if it was an enemy. No one knows. 300 layers, it remains a mystery. God, I hate those stories. I really like knowing what the heck happened. So when things like this, it's like, we can speculate all we want. I mean, one side of the story might have more leeway than the other. But at the end of the day, we don't know. And I hate mystery in history.
Marschen går mot Sverige, inga sånger i vårt led. Där vår konung hemåt eld, över berg och över hed. Hur ska vi då minnas, vara hjälte eller ej? Dårskap eller hjältemod, ja det ska du fråga dig.
So many things I want to say. So first of all, the music, I really like the chorus, especially because the chorus is kind of like a choir. Then at the end of both versions, it was the choir, but then you heard Joachim kind of speaking. It's not matching exactly what they're saying, you know? It's like he's saying it faster, and his voice is more pronounced. It kind of seems like, I don't know, I would say like it's coming from a place of hurt, kind of. Like he can't even keep up with the chorus. Like he's giving off the feeling like, I don't know, it sounds like he's hurt, you know? So maybe maybe the songs afterwards are going to tell more of, I guess, all the progress that Sweden made. Maybe it's going to talk about how they lost all the progress and got pushed back all the way to just, you know, Sweden instead of I know they took a lot of places over. They took Norway, what else is over there? Forgive me, I don't really know the locations over there. But I know, like, looking at the maps when they're talking about the history, they expanded fairly far. So maybe the upcoming song, they're going to talk about how they got pushed back to where they're at now. But I was also wanting to address, man, they said, was he a fool? Was he a fool or a hero? Was it madness or was it... How would he be a fool? A madman? Why would you be a mad... I can understand, I guess... Well, in the other video, I was kind of questioning what the heck... Like, it made no sense in the things he was doing. You know, instead of... They said that he was going to push on Moscow, but instead he went somewhere else. He beat the army there, and then he went down to Poltava. Why did he go to Poltava instead of just going up towards Moscow? Because that was his original battle plan. He wanted to hit Moscow in one swoop and just clear it all out in one battle. But he didn't wait for reinforcements. His men probably looked at him like he was a madman. You know? Like, especially when he left, I keep forgetting the general's name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But he had him and only 13,000 men attack that stronghold, Poltava stronghold. And I don't know if they didn't do no scouting reports, so they didn't know how many there were, or if he knew and he just threw them. He wanted them to go against them anyways. I guess that could seem like a madman tactic. Like, you're not thinking straight. Something's wrong here. It sucks. I hate to see that. I mean, of course, there's nobody that can really tell him, hey, let's not do it. Because they even said that his own generals were asking him, yo, pull back and wait for reinforcements. And he was like, nah, screw that. And then they said even in the wintertime, they wanted him to just stop. And he's like, nah, my men rested through the summertime. We're good. Let's go forth. So he could seem mad or he could seem heroic. Oh, I guess I could see that. I'm glad that song didn't get me like really emotional. That one line, I think between the Swedish version and the English version, the Swedish version sounded more powerful because of the words. I forgot what line it was, but it just sounded so good the way they said it in Swedish. But I mean, I think the lyrics, that one lyric from the English version, almost made me tear up, saying that he could finally rest after all, everything that he had been through. That was a pretty powerful lyric in itself, by itself. So I think I would just give it a toss up between the two. I don't really know which one I could pick that I like better. So I'm gonna say both of them. I really can't pick one. And that's it. I'm about to react to the history behind this song. I hope to catch you guys there. And if not, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Leave a like, leave a comment on anything I might have missed. But anyway, I hope you guys stay safe, stay blessed. Tell someone you love them, because you never know when it's too late. You might lose your chance to tell someone that you love them. Life is so fickle. I'll catch y'all in the next one.